guys? JD here, and this is your Monday Night Raw review for last night's show, Old School Raw. But before I get into giving you my review and the results and everything else that came along with Monday Night Raw, there's only going to be two topics that I'm going to be talking about. One's going to be The Undertaker coming back and making his return last night. Two is going to be my opinion on the old school versus the new school Monday Night Raw and how they compare. Number three is the segment with John Cena and The Rock. But before I get into that, one thing that just ruined this entire show for me is what the WWE did in the beginning of this show. And I'm going to read you something. One of my old, I went to school with this guy. He's a buddy of mine. He's on my Facebook. He watches wrestling. I want to read something to you that he posted on my Facebook wall. And, it's funny that he posted this to me because I was thinking the same exact thing when CM Punk came out and all that bullshit that happened afterwards took place. This is exactly what he said, and I quote, "The fact that they have turned facing The Undertaker into a glorified contest is bullshit. Terrible job by the WWE writers. Terrible." That's all that needs to be said about that. The fact that you have The Undertaker return. Everybody is thrilled to see The Undertaker return. It's an epic moment. WWE camera guys get a great shot of The Undertaker doing his whole thing in the entranceway with the Wrestlemania logo hanging above on the Titantron. That's all you needed to. That's all you need to happen. Undertaker's back. We all knew he was coming back. He's there. He's there for WrestleMania. We get CM Punk come out. We go from good to great. CM Punk comes out and does exactly what he needed to do. Said exactly what he needed to say. He lost to The Rock twice. Once at the Rumble, once at the Chamber. He lost to John Cena to get that shot at The Rock for a third time at WrestleMania. Punk is done. Punk blamed the fans for taking that WWE Championship away from him. He blamed everybody, including The Rock, Cena, and the WWE Universe, for taking his title reign away. So what does he say? He says exactly what he needed to say. He came back and said, "You guys took that away from me. I'm going to take something beloved away from you. And that's why I'm going to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 29. I'm going to be the one to finally end that streak. I'm going to be the one to put that one loss on The Undertaker's WrestleMania record." That was all that needed to be said. That was all the interview. That was all the segment needed. You didn't need anything else. If they wanted to go a different route, they could have had The Undertaker come back, step into the ring, speak to the WWE Universe, and say to CM Punk directly in his face, "I've been watching you for the last year. You are definitely the best wrestler in this company, in my opinion, right now. You want a shot at the streak? I'm giving you chance at immortality. I want you at WrestleMania. You say you're the best in the world? You fight me on my event, in my event. Challenge for the streak. See if you can defeat me, The Undertaker, at WrestleMania. See if you can, give me that first loss, 20-1, or I go on to defeat you at WrestleMania and become 21-0, and finally go away into the sunset." That's all that needed to be said. But the WWE fucked themselves, embarrassed themselves, and showed us why they have no fucking clue on what they're doing for WrestleMania. You're going to have a fatal four-way match determine The Undertaker's opponent for WrestleMania? How disrespectful can you be to The Undertaker streak that you got to put three fucking scrubs in the ring against CM Punk when we all knew for a fact before the match even took place that CM Punk was going to win that match? I even went on WWE's Twitter. I'm like, you guys are fucking ridiculous. You're prolonging the inevitable. Just give us CM Punk as the opponent already. We all know who's going to win. Why do we have to sit through meaningless fucking garbage? You got the Big Show, who has absolutely nothing to do with The Undertaker. Shouldn't even be mentioned in the same breath as The Undertaker. Big Show is garbage. Then you got Sheamus and Randy Orton, who I respect as wrestlers. I enjoy Randy Orton's fights. I enjoy Sheamus' wrestling ability. But they have nothing to do with The Undertaker. They're feuding with The Shield. You're going to see the Big Show, Randy Orton, and Sheamus versus The Shield at WrestleMania. That's the way I think that's going, after what we've seen on SmackDown. But you give us this match, The Undertaker's opponent should not have to be fought over in a contest. If you take a look at the streak, the way the streak has been built up for the last 4 years, rather. With the last 4 years. You had 2 with Shawn Michaels, 2 with Triple H. You had Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, challenged The Undertaker in probably what was one of the greatest matches you will ever watch at WrestleMania 25. 30-minute, 5-star classic. Then you had Shawn Michaels come back the next year, want redemption against The Undertaker. I came this close to beating you last year. I'm going to put my career on the line just to fight you one more time. If you beat me, I'm done. If I beat you, I have the streak. They gave us another match at WrestleMania 26. Perfect booking. Perfect booking for the way the Undertaker's streak should be booked. Then you had Triple H come back the following year after Shawn Michaels failed twice. And he's like, listen, you couldn't get the job done. I'm going to take a crack at the streak. I'm going to beat The Undertaker. I'm going to do what you couldn't do. I'm going to beat him at WrestleMania. Undertaker beat Triple H. Triple H failed again. But this time, The Undertaker was so beat up, Triple H took him to the limit and had him stretchered out of WrestleMania. The first time I've seen that with The Undertaker ever. So Triple H came back the following year, last year, and gloated that I put The Undertaker on the shelf. He's finished. He's not coming back. Undertaker comes back, wants redemption. Hell in a Cell happens. Boom. You have 4 years of The Undertaker streak being booked perfectly. That's all you needed to do. But they give us a glorified contest, like my friend posted on my Facebook wall, just to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's embarrassing. That ruined the whole show, and all you needed was for CM Punk to come out and say, listen, I want the streak. You took my title reign away, WWE, I'm going to take what's important to you. I'm going to defeat the... That's all that needed to be said. That's all that needed to come out of that segment. We didn't need to see Sheamus. We didn't need to see Big Show. We didn't need to see Randy Orton. We didn't need to have that match. WWE mentioned that this was a throwaway show. God damn it, this was a fucking throwaway show. That's all I got to say about The Undertaker. That's my feelings on that. They just ruined the storyline, or beginnings of a storyline, with his bullshit last night, when all you needed was CM Punk to come out and say, I want the streak. That's it. You didn't need the other 3 guys to come out. Punk had it all on the microphone. Nothing else needed to be said. The ending, though, was great. The stare down with The Undertaker coming out on the entranceway, Punk standing in the ring. It's going to be an epic match. It's going to be one of those it's going to be the one match in the last 5 years for the streak that you do not know who is going to win. Is this really The Undertaker's last year, or is CM Punk going to be the greatest of all time? And if he beats The Undertaker at WrestleMania, if The Undertaker says this year, I want the streak to end, because it's all up to him. The streak is in The Undertaker's hands. He wants whoever he wants to end the streak. There was several years back when Kurt Angle was still in the WWE. The Undertaker wanted to give it to Kurt Angle. Vince McMahon doesn't want the streak to end. But The Undertaker has creative say over what happens with the streak. If Punk beats The Undertaker at WrestleMania, Punk is the greatest of all time. I don't care what anyone says. On to The Rock and John Cena. Their segment was great. Okay, their segment was fantastic. Finally, intensity from John Cena. This is the John Cena we need to see. Enough of this childish bullshit from John Cena. John Cena came out all guns blazing. This is exactly what he needs to do. This is exactly how he needs to stay for the next 5 weeks. The Rock, I'm glad didn't go into his whole, bullshit spiel. The Rock says and this and that, all his garbage fucking corny sayings. The Rock was very intense, direct, and straight to the point. And when John Cena mentioned that Mike Tyson quote, and The Rock came back with his Lance Armstrong quote and said that Lance Armstrong is a crock of shit, that was fucking funny. And I laughed out loud for that one. Great segment. They have me slightly interested in their title match at WrestleMania. Slightly interested. It's not going to take more importance over the Undertaker vs. CM Punk match, I'm telling you right now. But the way they started this feud right now, the verbal interaction with them on Monday Night Raw was fantastic. It is a segment you guys should definitely go out and see. And they have me, again, like I said, slightly interested in their confrontation at WrestleMania. But the rest of the show, guys, the rest of the show was really, really nothing of importance. The Shield wasn't on the show except for a backstage segment. We had Ryback defeat Antonio Cesaro again. I don't like that Antonio Cesaro is losing matches. They have Wade Barrett and Antonio Cesaro on the same show, and they're losing matches. They're your Intercontinental and U.S. title holders, respectively. They should not be losing matches. But I do understand Ryback needing to win. They want to build him strong going into WrestleMania. And there was a little stare down with Ryback and Mark Henry. If Ryback and Mark Henry end up fighting at WrestleMania, that would be something to see. That would be fucking epic. Mark Henry is a fucking monster. Defeated Zack Ryder in less than a minute. This guy's a beast. Book it, WWE. That would be a fantastic fucking match. Can Ryback overcome the world's strongest man at WrestleMania? Then we had the New Age Outlaws come back last night. That was fucking great. I really wish that they would give it one more run. They can obviously still go, though they do look old. You got the Road Dogg with his gray beard. Billy Gunn's got no fucking hair at all. But they took care of Primo and Epico. Great match. I would love to see them back in the tag team division to get one more crack at those tag team titles. We had Team Hell No again against the Primetime Players. Team Hell No with the victory. I'm pretty sure that's going to be setting up their match at WrestleMania, because I know Titus O'Neil and Darren Young were on Twitter a few weeks back saying that they do want a tag team title shot at WrestleMania against Team Hell No. The $1 Million Man came out, and I believe he was in the corner of the Primetime Players. That would be a nice mix. Ted DiBiase and the Primetime Players managing those guys. That would be awesome. But I don't see WWE going that route. But other than that, guys, the show was really nothing special. It really didn't build any storylines besides The Undertaker and CM Punk, and then obviously John Cena and The Rock. WrestleMania is slowly taking shape. It's slower than the previous WrestleManias, but you can kind of see where they're going with these matches. If WWE gives us what we want, if WWE gives us what we want for WrestleMania, like Ryback versus Mark Henry, and then we have The Shield versus Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show, the WrestleMania undercard would be very good. It would be better than the years past. But right now, with this whole Undertaker, having to challenge three other guys, CM Punk, to fight the Undertaker, that really pissed me off. That was the really disappointing part of the show. Tell me how you guys feel. Tell me if you agree with me that the Undertaker versus CM Punk could have easily built itself, that we did not need this Fatal 4-Way. If you disagree with me, let me know. Leave a comment down below. But that was pretty much all your Monday Night Raw, guys. That's all that happened. Really nothing of importance, otherwise I would talk about it. But I'll be back with my news and rumors this week, guys. Stay tuned for that. And I'm out. This has been JD for your Monday Night Raw review, guys. I'll talk to you all later this week. Take care. Peace.